Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. And again, no surprise, we have got a prediction video. These have been, selling like hotcakes, but the views have been incredible. I've absolutely loved doing them, and you guys seem to be loving watching them. So, guys, hit that like button, subscribe as always, and let's waste no time. Let's dive right in. And the first game of the weekend is a big one, and it's Arsenal versus Manchester City. Both these teams in very, very good form. Arsenal have won 4 out of their last 5. Manchester City, what can you say about them? Last week I tried to give you a bit of a stat that maybe you didn't know, and this week I'm going to do the same again for you. They've had 16 different goal scorers in the league alone this season. 16 goal scorers. That's more than my club Wolves have scored all season. It's truly phenomenal. With this one, I don't think Arsenal are going to get their usual pounding that they normally do. I was going to go for a different word then, but I'm going to keep it PG. I think City will get a small part of me thinks Arsenal might nick a draw, but I am going to say 2-1 City. I think Arsenal will score. 2-1 City. We come on to Watford versus Spurs. Watford, I mean, if it wasn't for Dennis this season, where would they be? 8 goals and 5 assists in the league alone is an FPL manager's absolute dream this season. And Spurs, 4 wins and 3 draws in their last 7 games, going along very nicely under Conte. I don't see anything but a Spurs win. I did say that in the last game, but of course I got a draw against Southampton. I will go for a Spurs win, and I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1 to the away team. Palace and West Ham. Now, neither of these teams in great form, although Palace did get a very good 3-0 victory at home against Norwich earlier on in the week. They sit 11th in the league on 23 points. No concerns about them going down. I think a big target for them would be top half. That would be unbelievable for Crystal Palace fans. I'm sure they would agree. West Ham, last game, a good 4-1 victory, as we know, against Watford. Not being in the best of form. They are 4 points behind Arsenal, so they really will need this victory. I'm going to go draw. And I'm going to say 1 apiece. 1-1, Palace and West Ham. Coming on to Brentford versus Villa. Brentford going along nicely, another win and a draw in their last 5 games. They're picking up a win every 2, 3, 4 matches, getting draws in there as well. Such a fairy tale story. I really do love watching Brentford play this season. 14th in the league, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 21 points, maybe 20. No concerns about them. For Villa, though, Gerrard will be missing this game, and he will be missing their next game as he has contracted COVID. Villa 4 wins in their last 7 games, and the other 3 were losses. And those losses were to Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City. So if you're going to win 4 out of 7, and the 3 you don't win are against the 3 at the top of the league, can you have many complaints, Villa fans? Probably not. Probably not. Brentford won't be easy. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Villa win. 2-1 Aston Villa. Coming on to Southampton versus Newcastle. Southampton, 1 win in their last 6, but only 1 loss in their last 6 as well. 4 draws in that time. They're not easy to beat. As Tottenham, last game out, we mentioned a few moments ago, Spurs drew to Southampton, and Southampton had 10 men. Newcastle out of their last game, a massive draw for them against Manchester United. Joe Linton in this new position, he looks like a brand new player, and Newcastle fans will be hoping that can continue. I do see a draw here again, quite draw heavy a bit today so far, and I think there'll be goals. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm hoping for goals. 2-2 Southampton and Newcastle. Leeds and Burnley. This is going to be a tricky game for both teams, and both teams are going to be so apprehensive going into this game. Leeds only 1 win in their last 6 games, and in their last 4, conceding 16 goals in the league. Obviously, an average of 4 goals per game. A lot of players out for Leeds. Bielsa working on a shoestring of a squad at this point in time. Burnley have only scored 1 in their last 4 games, so that'll be a stat that Leeds fans will like to hear. But Burnley do have 4 games in hand. If Burnley can beat Leeds, 3 games in hand, I think Leeds are 16 points. Two places outside the relegation zone. I think they're a place above Watford, 16 points. This is a 6-pointer. Let's make no bones about it. This is a massive, massive game at Ellen Road. I've got a sneaky feeling Burnley might do it. I think they might. I'm going to say 2-1 Burnley. I think Vidra and Chris Wood will be starting up front for them. I'm going to say 2-1 Burnley at Ellen Road. Coming on to Everton versus Brighton. Everton, if they win this game, they would only be 2 points behind Brighton. You go back 6 or 7 games, 4 or 5 games, you probably wouldn't have thought that. But again, only 1 win in 11. So it's very easy to say for an Everton fan, win this game and we're 2 points behind Brighton, who were in the top 10 not too long ago. But when you've only won 1 in 11, you can't really say it with too much confidence. Brighton, as we know, got a draw against Chelsea in their last game out and actually beat Brentford the game before that. So on a little bit of a nice run for Brighton at this point in time. There's a good chance that Dominic Calvert-Lewin will start this game. And of course, Everton fans will be absolutely praying with all their might that he does start. Everton-Brighton. It's one of those games that looks like it's got 0-0 written all over it. Maybe I'm just a bit happy because it's New Year's and we're getting closer to a new year. I want goals, goals, goals in all the games. Everton-Brighton. I'll be interested to see what your guys' comments are about this game because this is one of the hardest for me. Everton-Brighton. I'm going to say 1-1. They're not scoring many goals, both teams, but they do like to concede a goal. Everton more so than Brighton. Let's go 1-1. I could be completely wrong. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on that game. We come to the biggest game of the weekend. Arsenal-Man City is a massive game, but Chelsea versus Liverpool. I think if this is anything other than a win, the title race is over. I think it's over anyway. But should this finish a draw and Man City beat Arsenal? Listen, that's it. That Liverpool or Chelsea are not going to pull that amount of points back. Chelsea fans, you've only lost once in your last 10. However, when you couple that in with 5 draws in that time, it's not for good reading. I said it weeks ago at the start of December when I first started doing this video that December's not a month that Chelsea fans look forward to in the calendar year. And it's worked out that way again. I can't believe year after year after year how Chelsea struggle in December with different players, different managers. It's like a philosophy of the club. Just don't do well in December. Liverpool 1 win in 3, lost to Leicester, who were very good for their money in getting those 3 points. And of course, a draw to Spurs prior to that. 9 points behind City, but of course they do have a game in hand, do Liverpool. It was 1-1 at Liverpool, I think, earlier in the season. Was it Reece James got sent off, if I'm not mistaken? Oh, this is a big one. 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to mirror the result early on in the season. Manchester United versus Wolves is the last game. My club, Wolverhampton Wanderers, haven't played their last 2 games, got called off because of COVID. Haven't played since the 19th of December from that 0-0 draw at Molineux against Chelsea. Manchester United sitting in 6th on 31 points and have actually won 4 of their last 5, which was a draw the other game. So on a nice run for them, albeit the results have been good. The performances, not really worth thinking about from a Man United point of view. I don't think Man United will beat my club. I think they've been very lucky against the teams they've played. Newcastle, Norwich in that time only won 1-0. I think they've been very, very lucky. I think it will either be a Wolves win or a draw. I'm going to hedge my bets on that side. And if you're going to give me a If you're going to make me give you a prediction, Man U Wolves. Do you know what? It's New Year's. Sorry, United fans. I'm going to say 1-0 Wolves. Come on, Wolves. Guys, they were the predictions for this week. The last game was Norwich and Leicester, but that got called off. I think Norwich might be away, actually. I can't remember. But that's been called off because of too many players missing out because of COVID reasons. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Have a fantastic New Year, whatever you do. Stay safe, and I'll see you again. Take care.